Hey guys, it's Nick from This here, and today I have an exciting and different type of video. I'm sure most of you watching have heard of the website ScreenRant, and how they are notorious for uploading garbage, clickbaity articles with little to no research behind them. So, recently, I came across this article by them, the 10 absolute worst fighters in Mortal Kombat history, ranked. And I knew I had to make a video on it. When you think bad fighters in Mortal Kombat, who comes to mind? I'm sure the likes of Mocap, Meat, Hsu Hao cross your mind, right? Right? The first character on the list is Takeda. What? I could maybe understand the hate for the combat kids, but none of the other ones are on this list, just Takeda. Their only reasoning is his moveset is too flashy and impractical, especially his bladed whips. What a stupid reason. You're talking about practicality in a game like Mortal Kombat? I thought Takeda's bladed whips were one of the coolest new weapons to Mortal Kombat in a long time. Takeda's the son of Kenshi, and he was trained by Scorpion. He's definitely not one of the worst fighters. L. Next is Ferra Torr, which is wild, but I can sort of understand because they're like a jobber character, and they've only appeared in one game so far, and with a very small role at that. But again, a lot of Mortal Kombat's roster ends up being jobbers. This list should also have Reptile, Baraka, Kano on here, but they don't. There's definitely worse fighters than Ferra Torr. I mean, they have the advantage of being two fighters working together, so I mean, take that L again. Next is Rai Cho. Okay, what? Okay, I get it. He's the sloppy, drunken fist character. He farts and he pukes. But I mean, that definitely doesn't make him one of the worst fighters. In the lore, he's a well-respected martial artist, even by the likes of Raiden, Earthrealm's protector. So again, not one of the worst fighters by far. Big L, ScreenRant. Next is Jarek, and you know what? Jarek gets no arguments from me. He's a crappy clone of Kano, and Kano himself isn't all that impressive, so yeah, Jarek probably is one of Mortal Kombat's worst fighters. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with ScreenRant here. Reiko? No. I'm not the biggest fan of Reiko, believe me, I always have found him to be pretty boring, but he's also not one of the worst fighters in the series. Read the Mortal Kombat X comics, where Reiko is possessed by the blood magic, and he's like one of the main antagonists. He wrecks Jax and Kotal Khan in a fight, he shatters Kotal's swords with his bare hands, and he rips Devora's torso clean in half. And of course, none of the characters I just mentioned are on this list, and Reiko overpowered them all, so ScreenRant, here's the L. Okay, Hsu Hao, just like Jarek, is another crappy thug, so again, no arguments here. One could argue that Hsu Hao did manage to hurt Kenshi in the comics, but Kenshi was already injured and tired, so it's not like it was a fair fight, and Hsu Hao was immediately killed by Scorpion in the next page. So, overall the character sucks, and I'll give them that. Good job, ScreenRant. Hotaru? What? Why? This seems like a really random pick. I honestly always kind of forget about Hotaru. He's one of those 3D era Mortal Kombat characters that's just pretty forgettable in my opinion. But why did they say he's one of the worst fighters? Oh, they don't like the flags on his back. That's gotta be the stupidest fucking reason on this whole list. Instant L. Next they have Mavado, which Mavado is another weird case. I'm not sure if I totally agree. Old timeline Mavado killed Cabal, and he beat Kenshi and Kano in some of the stories. But in the new timeline, Mavado gets bodied by Cassie and Jackie pretty quickly in the comics, even though he had the upper hand on them in the situation. So I half agree, but there's still worse fighters for sure, so take the L anyway, ScreenRant. Aha, Stryker. Okay, I like Stryker personally, but even I can admit he's one of Mortal Kombat's worst fighters. I mean, a cop doesn't have much place in a world full of demons, monsters, ninjas, and wizards. And anybody who Stryker has beat in any story mode was just pure plot armor trash. Sadly, I agree with ScreenRant again. And the final person on the list is Drahmin. Okay, yes, he's another useless jobber, but it's a weird pick for the list. You know, you think if they were going to include Drahmin, they would also include Moloch on this list since they're always together and they're both equally useless, but no. Drahmin just gets extra hate as usual because Ed Boon doesn't like the character. I also love how the article refers to Meat here as another useless Mortal Kombat character, but they don't include Meat in their actual list. Makes sense. But overall with Drahmin, I do agree with them again. That's 4 agrees and 6 disagrees. Overall, this was just a messy and bad list, and you can tell the writer of this article doesn't know very much about Mortal Kombat. Also, they didn't even number the list, so I'm not sure who's supposed to be the worst and the last worst. I don't know, it's a horrible list. Way to go, Julian. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat's 10 worst fighters should go more like this. So we got Meat, Mocap, Jarek, Hsu Hao, Stryker, Drahmin and Moloch, Dairu, Cobra, and Kira. That'd be my list anyways. Not saying these are my most hated characters, just some of the weakest, least memorable, and just overall worst characters Mortal Kombat has to offer. Did you like this video? How much of ScreenRant's list do you agree with? And would you guys want to see more videos like this of me debunking dumb gaming articles? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, this has been Nickfamous. See you later.
Let's see how he likes a Kamehameha!